YouTube. It's Scott Kazan, the Balloon Man, and I gotta admit, I'm a loud guy. I always forget how loud I am. My girlfriend is constantly reminding me to be quiet. Apparently, I just don't know how to be quiet because I'm always loud. I was a waiter in a loud restaurant, so I learned how to be loud. When you're the balloon guy, there's a lot of noise at a party, so you learn how to be loud. But I never know how to tone it down. Well, in this video, I'm going to tone it down as best as I can. Alright, so guys, we're going to make Dora's head on a stick. The great thing about Dora is that usually 2- and 3-year-olds want Dora, and then by the time they're 4, 5, 6, they're pretty much done with Dora. So you don't have to make a full Dora. You can just make Dora's head, put it on a stick. Here you go. See you later. Who's next? You know what I mean? Because when I used to make Dora, I would have to make the full body for it to really look good. And now I always act like I'm too busy and I don't have time, so I can only make Dora's head on a stick. And I say, well, if I have time later, maybe I'll give it a body. And that seems to work. So let's get started. Bam! Look how fast that is. Now, if you're really in speed mode, you can just find a spot, let the air out, tie it, and bam, you got 2 balloons stuck together fast. Fast. How long did that take? I mean, I even slowed it down, and it still didn't take that long. So, here's how we're going to get started. And also, for Dora's hair, I generally use black. You can use brown. I'm using dark brown because it's a color I don't really order that often. So let's make a pinch twist for Dora's ear. And then, you know, however long you want her face to be, make another pinch twist. And then just go back and forth. It's pretty easy so far. Back and forth. So you should have a nice little rectangle. And, you know, we have 3 balloons. I recommend using 4. So go back again. When you go back, you find your spot and then go around. Alright, now, if you want to give Dora a nose, or even if this is a Mario head, because it's pretty much the same core technique, you could break this piece off and squeeze it towards the end, and bammo, you got a nose with the excess. Alright, but we're not making a nose. And this could even be a Dora bracelet, but let's just stick with the head part for now. So we're going to give her loopy hair. There's more than one way to make her hair. You could do it just with the 260 piece just hanging. But for this design, we'll give her a loop. We'll go this way, come to the other ear. And I usually just grab and twist. Make another small loop. And I want 3 pieces of hair. So we go back and forth again. And for all you Charlie Brown fans, I've been told she looks an awful lot like Lucy. So, you know, if Charlie Brown ever got popular again, break that off, and you can either tie it. I usually just wrap it in, and bam, you have Dora super fast, right? And now her face, the artwork is what really takes the most time. The best artwork I found was, I mean, I see a lot of balloon pictures, and I found the best face for Dora, and then I saved it so I can never forget how to make it, because at a gig, it's like, how do you make this thing? So it depends on how much time I have. If I'm in a rush, I'll just make really quick. But brown is the key color. You got to have a brown Sharpie. If not, you just give her black for her eyes. But I really recommend a brown Sharpie. So let's zoom in on that piece of my card. If it ever... Focus. Okay. it focused. So, as you could see, it's pretty detailed. I can't hold it steady, sorry. But I'm going to make it to the best of my ability. So the one thing I've gotten out of that design on the card is that the flat half circle type. Alright? You give her a very small nose, and you give her a big open smile. And I tend to like putting little corners on the mouth like that. Alright? And then I always try to give her a tongue. And the way I do that, this Sharpie's dead, is that, and then you fill in the tongue with red. Alright, I found a brown Sharpie. That's awesome. And just like the picture, I usually kind of make her eyes a little off-center. You know, they don't have to be looking forward. They can be a little off-center. Alright, and that gives it a nice look. For those of you with an Edding pen, I gotta get me more of these. I gotta order them from Europe. I've been meaning to do that. That's when you can really detail the design and make it look ultra cool. And it really takes the balloons up a notch. Okay, so, you know, when you have time, you could really, you know, do an awesome job. When you're in a rush, just give her some eyes, bammo, write it down, there you go. See you later. And there you go, Dora's head on a stick, and I always, you know, go back and forth and play with it. And I always go on a stick, and look, here it goes. So, again, the best thing about these sticks is how lazy I've become. Somebody, oh, you want Mickey Mouse? Okay, Mickey Mouse's head on a stick. Oh, you want Dora? Okay, Dora's head on a stick. Here you go. And that's good enough, because the kids that usually like Mickey Mouse aren't picky because they're 3 or 4. And they're not going to be like, you know, demanding and asking for stuff you can't make, and you know what I mean? It'll be much easier. So there it is, you guys. Don't forget to thumbs up and make sure that you sit through the advertisements. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It's 30 seconds, and it's awesome. Thank you so much.